Hey guys! Want shoulders so wide they turn doorways into obstacle courses? Congratulations, you're in the right place. In this video, we're breaking down everything you need to know to build massive shoulders. No nonsense, no complicated terms. So let's get into it. The first thing you need to know is that there are three main parts to your shoulder muscles: the front, the side, and the rear delt. If you want that full rounded 3D look, you will need to train all three. But here's the thing, most people are already training their front delts when they work out their chest. So when it comes to shoulder-specific training, we want to focus on what's often neglected, the side delts and rear delts. We're going to build your shoulder routine around three key movement: a main compound delt press, a side delt isolation movement, and a rear delt isolation exercise. With this trio, we will hit your shoulder muscles in all different angles, giving you that armor-plated look without any wasted effort. All right, first up is your compound delt exercise. Think standing barbell overhead press or seated dumbbell shoulder press. This is your big strength builder, the move that hits all three heads of the delts with extra emphasis on the front. Compound pressing helps you build that thick, capped look and lays the foundation for shoulder size and stability. If you're not into free weights, the machine shoulder press is a solid, beginner-friendly alternative that keeps your form on track. And if you are training at home without any equipment, pike push-ups will light up your shoulders. Just make sure your nose doesn't kiss the floor mid-rep. Next up is your side delt isolation movement. Go for dumbbell lateral raises or use cables for constant tension. This one's all about building width so you can get those round 3D shoulders that make your upper body look broader. Prefer machine exercises? The lateral raise machine is built perfectly for this. And if you are training at home, grab some resistance bands and get to work. When working on your side delts, lead with your elbows raised to shoulder height and control the motion on the way down. Form is everything here. If you're flapping like a bird, you're not flying, you're failing. And finally, the rear delts, possibly the most neglected muscle in your upper body. You can hit them with bent-over rear delt flies, reverse pec deck, or cable face pulls. This part of your muscle is crucial for balance, posture, and finishing off that rounded shoulder look. Not in the gym? No problem. Resistance band rear flies are simple, effective, and get the job done. When working on your rear delts, focus on pulling with your elbows, squeezing at the top, and keeping your traps out of the movement. If your back's doing all the work, your rear delts have already left the building. Put all three of these exercises together and you've got a balanced, powerful shoulder routine that'll actually build size where it counts. All right, now that we've got your shoulder exercises locked in with an all-around compound press, a side delt exercise, and a rear delt isolation movement, it's time to talk sets, reps, and workout frequency. Just like with most muscle group, we're aiming for about 3 to 4 sets per exercise. That gives you 9 to 12 total sets per shoulder workout, and since shoulders recover relatively quickly, hitting them twice a week is ideal. We want to do at least 15 to 20 total sets per week, which is perfect for growth without overtraining. Now for reps, we want to adjust based on the exercise movement. For your compound delt press, we want to go heavier and do 5 to 8 reps. This is your strength builder, activating your entire shoulder with more focus on the front delt. Then for your side lateral raises, aim for 10 to 15 reps. You want to really focus on control, especially on the way down, because that's where the real magic happens. And for your rear delts, we can go lighter in weight at 12 to 20 reps. Just make sure to keep control and focus on that squeeze. Rear delts respond best to volume and good form, so make sure no ego lifting. Now that we know what exercises to do, how many reps and sets to perform, and how often to train, we will bring this all together into a full workout routine example you can follow with confidence. Let's say you're training shoulders on Monday. You'll start with 3 sets of overhead dumbbell press at 5 to 8 reps as your compound movement, then move into 3 sets of dumbbell lateral raises at 10 to 15 reps to hit your side delts. Finally, finish off with 3 sets of dumbbell reverse flies at 12 to 20 reps to target your rear delts. After giving your shoulders 48 hours to recover, you'll train them again on Thursday with the same structure but new exercises to keep things fresh. Start with 3 sets of seated barbell overhead press at 5 to 8 reps. Then go into 3 sets of cable lateral raises at 10 to 15 reps. Finish off strong with 3 sets of reverse pec deck flies at 12 to 20 reps, hitting the rear delts with volume and control. That's 18 total sets for the week, covering all 3 heads of the shoulder with smart, simple, and consistent training. Stick with this plan, and soon your shoulders won't just turn heads, they'll block views. All right, now that your shoulder workouts are structured, let's talk about a few key tips that'll help take your results to the next level. Tip number 1, form is everything. When you're doing an overhead press, make sure your feet are flat on the ground, your core is tight, and there's just a small natural arch in your lower back, just enough to keep you stable. A solid base gives you more control and helps transfer power more efficiently through your entire body. Keep your chest up and your body tall as you press the weight straight overhead. You don't want to lean back or turn it into a weird half bench press. For lateral or reverse raises, keep your shoulders down and relaxed, chest up, and lead with your elbows, not your hands. Focus on lifting with control, smooth and steady, rather than swinging the weights around. Tip number 2. Control the tempo. A great rule of thumb is 2 seconds up, 2 seconds down. That slow and steady rhythm keeps your delt muscles under tension longer. Especially with lateral raises, don't just focus on lifting the weight up. Make sure to feel the way down, because that lowering phase is just as important, if not more. This is exactly what you want for hypertrophy, which is the process of muscle growth. The topic we'll break down with more detail later in another video. Tip number 3, keep challenging yourself. Your shoulders won't grow if you keep doing the exact same thing every week. That's the whole idea behind progressive overload, gradually demanding more from your muscles over time. It doesn't have to be drastic. The goal is to build momentum, not break records every session. Push for small improvements like an extra rep, slightly heavier dumbbells, or just more controlled form. Tiny steps forward might not feel exciting, but they're the key to turning average shoulders into boulders. And last, but definitely not least, don't skip recovery. Lifting breaks the muscle down, and it's the rest that builds it back up stronger. So eat well and get enough sleep. This gives your delts the time they need to grow. You have trained hard. Now let your body cash in on the effort, because gains don't show up while you're lifting. They sneak in while you're drooling on your pillow. And there you have it. Everything you need to know to train your shoulders in the simplest way possible. We covered the 3 key exercises: a compound press, a side delt isolation, and a rear delt movement. You learned how many sets and reps to do, aiming for 3 to 4 sets per exercise while adjusting your reps based on the movement. We broke down how often to train and walked through a full training plan example so you're never left guessing. Plus, we explored essential tips like dialing in your form, using tempo to your advantage, and applying progressive overload to take your results to the next level. Thank you so much for sticking around till the very end. If you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more no-fluff fitness content. Let me know in the comments what muscle group or topic you want covered next. I take all your feedback and comments to heart and truly enjoy building this community with you. Now go build those shoulders. I'll be cheering you on. See you in the next video.